The breaking news today is that Ruben Amorim has been fired by Manchester United. You can use the word sacked, even though the official statement said Ruben Amorim has left his role. But there's something I want to point out quickly about the statement. Because of something he said yesterday. Yesterday he said, I am not the head coach, I am the manager. And it was, of course, that was the point I knew was going to be fired. I am not the head coach, I am the manager. The deal we had was that I'm going to be the manager, not the head coach. Well, let me read the official statement of Manchester United. It says, and I quote, Ruben Amorim has departed his role as head coach of Manchester United. So who is lying here?
Well, if you look up for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United, I think everyone knows that he is coming in as the head coach of Manchester United.
But he said the agreement was, I'm the manager.
For you to become the manager of Manchester United, you have to. There are certain things you must have done for you to actually become a manager. You must have like now you must have won a whole lot of laurels. And what has Ruben Amorim done for him to actually deserve become the manager?
To have a say in what happens
at United. And right now, United is. I don't think they want to get in a manager, because right now it's going to be like a collaborative effort. Because they've already said that any new person coming in, any head coach coming in, is not going to have the most say. Because right now they have the sporting director, there's the head of recruitment, So right now it's not going to be all about someone coming in and having 80% of the say. You get to be a collaborative effort between the manager, the head coach, the CEO, the head of recruitment, the sporting director. All of them will have a say in the process, in the run day-to-day activities of Manchester United.
Shola, is Ruben Amorim the most honorable Manchester United head coach ever? In the sense that he lived and died and got fired by his philosophy. From day one, it looked like that philosophy was not working. I think of the 14 months that he spent in charge of Manchester United, he only changed his formation once. And that was the win against Newcastle.
Yes.
And that was one of the few games that Manchester United got to keep a clean sheet. That was one of the few games that a player like Manuel Ugarte had a good game. That was one of the few games under Ruben Amorim that a player like Diogo Dalot
had a good game.
Got to have a good game. That was one of the few games that you saw a team performance, a team fighting, against a decent team, just to get results. But he said, you know what? Fire me, hire me, buy player, don't buy player. This my philosophy is what I'm standing by. Is this a wise way to manage?
No.
Is it the most? That's why I asked. Is it the most honorable? Because you die by your philosophy. This philosophy are not changing.
No, good for him. Good for him. To start with, I would say he has a very big overestimation of himself. Yeah, he had a big over, because if fine, we all watch Manchester United. Let's check his report sheet. If you are going to check his report sheet and you are going to grade him, what are you going to grade him?
I'll do 3 over 10.
I won't grade him anything at all. I won't grade him. I won't give him anything.
Not even
one.
Okay, fine. So if you are being okay, fine. You believe this is how I'm going to play, this is how I intend to play, and nothing is going to change it. Okay, fine. It's possible you did it in sporty and
it worked for you.
It worked for you.
Yes.
This is EPL for crying out loud. Number one.
And this is Manchester United.
This is Manchester United. I believe in coaches being flexible. Fine, one of the most rigid coach I can say, and even consider the fact that the philosophy had been working for him in almost a decade. One of the most less flexible coach I can talk about in this era is Guardiola. Guardiola has always stick with 4-3-3. But at the point in his career, I can remember maybe like 3 seasons ago, he started tweaking those formations. That was when he was using Stone in the midfield. We bring in Stone into the midfield. He got to understand that my team is conceding so many goals, so he's going to play like.
And so when he's attacking, it's 3 defenders.
It's 3 defenders.
Stone ventures into the midfield.
Yeah, the style of play is not changing, but the formation is changing to protect some abnormalities in the team. So, but if you keep saying, okay, fine, this is how I want to play. Now, one of the formations that you expect to assure you of being defensively solid is playing the 3-4-3, because without the ball you're having 5 defenders. And what is Manchester? But
somehow, some way, his defense was the most.
You are still
the most porous department.
You are still shipping in goals every week, even when you are playing 5 players behind the ball defensively, and you keep saying this is how I want to play. This is how I want to. That was why I said he has a very big overestimation on himself. He believes he's one.
He has arrived, and he has not arrived.
Where's the result? No result to back it up. So very good for him. He has been sacked.
And his record at Manchester United, coach, played 63 games, won 25, drew 15, lost 23.
Isn't that shameful?
122 goals scored, 114 goals conceded. With 5 defenders.
That's shameful.
That's very very bad.
23 games lost out of 63, and the remaining 40 that is left, he still drew 15 out of it, and only won 25.
Yes.
I mean, for someone that calls himself a Manchester United manager, that's a very very bad. That's a damning start. That's a damning start. And if you are a United manager, I think you should be having stats better than this. I mean, you came in to replace Erik ten Hag, who had won the UEFA Cup, who had won the Carabao Cup, and a whole lot of people were expecting you to actually do better, coming from your antecedents from Sporting Lisbon, where you won the trophy with them. Okay, you didn't start the season with United that season. Yeah, a whole lot of people, they gave him excuses. Oh, he didn't start the season, but then you got to the Europa League final, and what did you do? You lost the Europa League final to a Tottenham Hotspur side.
That's never won an European.
I mean, if you are losing the final to a Tottenham Hotspur side, I mean, you should be getting sacked.
And even the manager that beat you in the final got sacked immediately. That final was his final game.
You lost to a Tottenham that has been having a very shameful result. Even last season, where did Tottenham finish last season in the league? I think they
were 16th or 15th.
16th, yeah. So at that point. Okay, they still gave you the grace. Okay, maybe because he didn't. The board decided. Okay, maybe because he didn't start the season. They gave him excuses.
And they gave him also a war chest in summer of over.
And decided, okay, you want to play your style. Okay, we won't disturb you. We allow you to play your style. They
brought in players that could suit your style.
They brought in Mbuemo. They brought in Kunha.
They brought in they brought in another striker for you. Said Oiland was not the guy you wanted. They brought in another guy for you.
Now, get what they need right now is the results. And let's not forget, football has gone past the olden days. Football now is a result-oriented business. People want the results. As if you are not getting the results, the other teams, they will be going past you. And United are not playing in the Champions League. They are not playing in the Europa League. They are not playing in the Conference League. So they are playing just 1 game per week. And you said when you came, you said, "Oh, these players they need time to understand my style." It's because we are playing Champions League. We are playing games per 2-3 games per week. That's why they don't understand my style of play. Now United are playing 1 game per week. The performances are not improved. So how come with the amount they spent for you, they gave in the summer, and the excuses they gave you lost to Grimsby Town in the Carabao Cup.
Some people felt that you should have been fired the next game after that game.
I mean, they still didn't fire you. They gave you the grace of, okay, this is still the Carabao Cup, it's still early season. They still gave him the grace. Okay, the performances can still improve after that.
No win at Old Trafford in the last 4-5 games there.
And coming into this season, there has been talks about, oh, this guy, he needs to be sacked, and they still gave him the grace. Okay, let's see if we can.
In fact, this at the peak of the call for his sack, the owner of the club shut it down by saying this guy will have 3 years.
Yes. And
if you notice, after that statement, everything died down. They put your mind at rest, gave you the chance to do whatever
to rectify things. They gave him a chance to rectify things. Now, the 3 at the back you are using, it doesn't seem to be working with the players. Why not just switch things up?
But let's talk about the end. let's talk about the very end. At the very end, because we heard and we saw that there was a breakdown in relationship.
Yeah.
At the end, did Ruben Amorim ask to be fired? Because I look at the press conference he had after the Leeds game,
yeah,
where he was talking about, oh, I'm the manager, I'm not the head coach. The deal when I came on board was that I was going to be the manager. We all know in the world of football the difference between the manager and the head coach.
Yeah,
the manager has a say. He has a strong say in transfers, in everything. So, and we know that when he was announced the manager. When he was fired, when he was announced the head coach. When he was fired the head coach. So, with that press conference, did he practically ask to be fired? Because we also saw a similar press conference from Maresca. Practically Maresca's last press conference also before he got fired. So did he get tired of working with Manchester United and just decide, you know what? Let me go.
I can't really say what happened behind the closed door, but it's obvious there was a tense situation on ground before the interview.
Definitely.
He had probably fallen out with the
ball. And we had heard that he had fallen out with Jason Wilcox on the fact that Jason Wilcox believed he was too rigid.
Yes.
Jason Wilcox said he should try and switch
and do something else.
And that led to the breakdown of ball. We heard that the most important person, Jim Ratcliffe, was still very much behind the ball. Jim Ratcliffe does not do the day-to-day running. So eventually, if you fall out with those who run the club day to day, Jim Ratcliffe is just an investor. He's at Ineos. He's at Ineos headquarters running his oil company. He's not a petrochemical company. He's not running the day to day. It's Omar Barada and Jason Wilcox that are run. So if you fall out with those who are running the club day to day, they have a way of convincing the guy who comes once in a while that let this guy go.
Well, sincerely, he deserves everything he gets, because I was speaking to someone this morning and I said they equipped that team to suit his style during the transfer window.
Yeah.
Now, one of the disadvantages of this stuff like this happening is I wish there would be a court where they can charge these coaches because if you get a season to come into a team and perform well, and you tell them this is the profile of players I want,
yes, and they get you those
players, and you don't perform, it is at the detriment of someone that is coming in.
Yeah.
Now, look at Manchester United. They mainly got him forwards. Just forwards that was.
They changed the front three.
Yes.
Let's go of Golden Boy Rashford because of you.
Let's get you forwards that was.
Let's go of Garnacho, the next Golden Boy. Let's go of Rasmus Højlund, who most of us believe it was not his fault.
Yes,
that it was the formation. And look at Sesko's. Sesko's
in the process, they let so many wingers go.
Yeah.
Now imagine.
In fact, right now, if Manchester United wants to play, and we'll talk about Manchester United next. If Manchester United wants to play a 4-2-3-1 or a 4-4-3 or 4-3-3, they are short of wingers.
So now, if Fletcher decides to come in and decides I want to play 4-2-3-1, where is wingers to play?
The only
natural winger they have in that team, I think, is
Mbeumo. Mbeumo is number 10.
Mbeumo is not actually even a winger.
Because
it's just the forward that can
play. At Brentford, he was playing a two-man attack with Uwisa. Kunha was not a traditional winger at Wolves. He was a number 10 behind
the number 10 and the number 9.
So
they got some players that was.
So really, truly, Manchester United let go of about four wingers, and now they only have one natural winger.
They wanted you to just do well. Now they got you all the profile that they expected should make you better, make your team better, and now you didn't perform.
All right, let's quickly talk about what's next for Manchester United. Of course, we hear that as of this moment, under 21 head coach, just like Chelsea, like Manchester United, under 21 head coach, Darren Fletcher, will take care of Manchester United. I expect his twins, Jack Fletcher and to start. Our father is the child, but then Darren Fletcher will take charge against Burnley until they find a suitable replacement. One of the problems I had before, now, even though I was one of the main people that called for a sack, but then one of the issues I had, why I felt, I was of the opinion that they should allow me to end this season and see if he can even try and make top 4, because it's not too far from it.
Yeah.
But then I think this fallout could not be managed. So one of the reasons why I wanted to get to the end of the season, because where is the manager? Now let's talk about those who can come in.
Well, I think what United has been, what they are doing right now is, I think according to the report, they said they are talking about United waiting to the end of the season.
You see, I don't like that. That gives me Ole Gunnar Solskjaer vibes once again, because the interim guy will probably do well, and then at the end of the season we'll be thinking, I've done really well. Why not give me the job on the power? It feels like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and Ole Gunnar Solskjaer was like what, 7 years ago?
No, it wasn't too long with United actually.
No, as in that Ole Gunnar Solskjaer happened, that they appointed, because Ole Gunnar Solskjaer spent 3 years. Yeah, he spent 3 years. This guy, what's his name? Eric Ten Hag also spent 3 years. Now this guy spent 14 months. So it's like 7 years back. So it's like Ole Gunnar Solskjaer again after Jose Mourinho. Give him interim to the end of the season. He goes to Paris and does a wonderful comeback. And Rio Ferdinand said, put the contract down and let him put whatever number.
And let's not forget Fletcher. He's one of his fan favorites, and he's also amongst the
class of 91. Not the class of 91, but he's part of
in and around that team as well. So I think for Darren Fletcher, I think everything is now on him to actually end this United on a good season, on a good note. Because I think it's around the same time Ruben Amorim left Manchester United in another position. That's where he's meeting United again right now. So he really be doing better, really take United higher, closer to top 4. Or will he also be like the Ruben Amorim that he brought United down? But for United, they are saying right now they don't want to get in a new manager.
Okay, but then when eventually they need to get in, who can they get in? We have heard of we have heard of Oliver Glasner, we have heard of André Raiola, we have heard of Xavi, we have heard of we know right now that Zidane doesn't want to take any job apart from the French national team, so that's out of it. Who else is out there? Maybe Fabregas at Como. It doesn't seem like there's any proven guy. My point is, it doesn't seem like there's any proven guy out there. It still feels like anyone that they get in right now is still a risk. Let's hope that will do it.
Can I come in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's be sincere with ourselves. The kind of profile of coaches Manchester United keep getting, I don't know. I see. I understand the traditional way Manchester United plays. Is how they play, and they just love to attack with speed and score goals. But the kind of coaches they keep getting, one of the problems I keep yelling about is Manchester United testers, players and style of boys. You need a good holding midfielder. See, if Manchester United wants to dominate and come back to where they are, they have to bend their philosophy a little. Get a coach that is going to play progressive football and possession-based football. You won't.
In that case, that's Xavi.
You won't. I'm not saying Xavi outright.
Xavi is one that fits into what you say.
Let's look at it this way. You can't always depend on your attack to just kill games. One of the problems Manchester United have is since they lost Carrick. They haven't really been having someone in front of that defense who can dictate play. They don't have. Now they brought in Fernandes to that role. Fernandes is so hurried, and Fernandes is not that kind of player.
Fernandes, somebody calls him a bomber. He just wants to bomb. Just wants to score, play short. He's not the guy that can come down to organize play.
Fernandes is a very good player that fits into Manchester.
Attacking, not as a deep lining, not as the guy who organizes play. He's not petty.
One of the things that could have solved that problem was if they got Baleba. Unfortunately, they didn't get Baleba. A player that can dictate the tempo of the game, that can
calm the pace, that can dictate pace.
You just don't always have.
Manchester United are always in a hurry. A bomber, Bruno releases the pass, and this place is running. This place is running. And
that is why they still lose the ball so many times. Other times, look at it. So it's not compulsory you play like Guardiola, but get a players that can play in the middle,
that can calm
the tempo of the game. At some point, you need to play and just keep playing. It's not compulsory you score. Just keep playing. Just be in the game. That is what Manchester City does. They will beat you, they will score you 2 goals, and they will still keep playing. And if they see the opportunity of getting the 3, they will score. So till they get that kind of player, I don't know, or a kind of coach that loves that kind of style of football. it's still going to be the same thing, because you can't just keep, if you depend on your attack, there are so many things also in EPL that has very good attack.
Finally, let's talk about Ruben Amorim. But for me, I feel like Xavi they should just go all out for Xavi. I heard that Xavi is very
interested. He's keen on.
It's nice to see Manchester.
I'm also hearing that he's coy. He's not really sure yet. So, but if they can go all out, promise him whatever it is they need to promise him and get him on board, I really think that Xavi could be the man.
It would be nice to see Manchester United play to TikTok.
Honestly, and Xavi is a man that has been in a title race before, against Real Madrid, against Carlo Ancelotti, and beat. So he knows how to play, to be in a title race and win it. He has the experience. He knows how to coach big boys. I mean, he brought in Lamine Yamal to this limelight, the likes of Rafinha and all that. So he when it comes to star-studded team, he knows how to.
He knows everything.
I mean, he doesn't get bigger than Barcelona. But let's talk about Ruben Amorim quickly. Does he get a bigger job in his career? Is this the ceiling for him? Maybe from Nice-Sport, Benfica, Braga, maybe some clubs in the Italian Serie A. because I don't see a Manchester City going for Ruben Amorim. I don't see a Real Madrid. I don't see a Bayern. So is this it for him?
Yeah, we was happened at United. I don't think any other.
I mean, every manager that has been fired, funny enough, at Manchester United never got a better job, including Jose Mourinho.
If you look at it, I think with what he did at United, I think the fact that it was being rigid. I mean, no employer want to employ someone that is not
this is only one formation.
Doesn't want to change. He's not prone to change. He's not adaptable to changes. No employer wants to bring in that. Even look at the problems Xabi Alonso is having with Florentino Perez right now. He had to change his own style of play to suit the Real Madrid style of play. So if a team like Madrid goes for Ruben Amorim, and say, okay, and they want to tell him, oh, you need to change your style of play, that will be like a clash. A clash will start happening between the coach and the owners of the club. So I don't think any team wants to go for him right now, except they are in Portugal. Maybe.
Well, that's why I said maybe Benfica, maybe Porto, maybe Braga, or maybe some teams in the Italian Serie A, or Ajax. Well, it is what it is. I think at this point in time, I mean, this is just the 5th day of January. And the amount of coaches, if you want to add AFCON, the amount of coaches that have lost their jobs already. Come on, 2026 is just 5 days in.
There's no time.
I officially declare 2026 the violence year. I mean, the amount of violence that has already visited 2026 when it comes to the world of football has to be unprecedented. 2 coaches in the Premier League in 2026 have lost their job. Who's next?